So I guess hoping everybody can see and hear me. My name is Skyler. I'm a gender queer trans woman, and I've been doing educational workshops slash panel presentations for students in college taking courses that relate to human sexuality and gender identity, such as human sexuality, psychology of sexuality, marriage and family, child development, um, sociology and ethnic relations, and so forth and so on. So, as a public speaker, typically I would go into classroom settings when the professors begin talking about the subject of sexual orientation and gender identity, so gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, asexual, intersex identities, and so forth and so on. And speak from my own life experience as well as um, sharing the experiences of others and technical and sociological, medical information, and so forth and so on. The reason I'm speaking today is because I'm the creator of the hashtag Trans Crowd Fund, which I've been promoting on social media to raise awareness about economic violence against the transgender community. So the main thing is that when people talk about transgender people and financial costs, typically the most immediate thing that comes to mind is always that, oh, you need money for medical expenses or the quote unquote surgery. And that is very true for certain people, obviously, but it's a little ridiculous to think that the only situation in which a transgender person may need financial assistance is just for medical related expenses. So crowdfunding is used, especially in the digital age, to help people get access to funds that they might not be able to get to traditionally, either because they don't have the financial resources themselves or they don't necessarily have the credit rating to get traditional funding, either for venture capital or for personal loans. So this is crowdfunding in general, and especially Trans Crowd Fund, is meant to kind of augment that aspect of getting traditional funding to just opening yourself up and saying, I need funds for X, 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 and X, and this is how you can donate. Um, so if you have medical needs, need to change your name, need to relocate, you're looking for work that are in between jobs, your computer or other sources of communication are broken down and you need to replace them. Trans Crowd Fund is meant for you to promote whatever need, financial need that you have to have fulfilled. And it's been working great. A lot of people have already gotten funded, fully funded, or partially funded. So we're just trying to make sure that the tag is getting through on social media so that more people can use it and more people can actively donate. I live in Southern California, and the cost of living here is extremely high, but the actual minimum wage is very low. So this has helped me a lot in augmenting some of my living expenses, even though I happen to be happen to have a full-time job. For most Americans nowadays, an individual living by themselves on a full-time job typically can still not afford to live on their own without some sort of outside financial assistance, or living with multiple people in order to augment the cost. I don't know the exact number of the people using the hashtag, but if you just scroll through the Twitter feed, using that tag, you can see multiple people. I would assume maybe somewhere in the hundreds have been using the tag actively since it's started about a month ago. So just as a recap, the hashtag Trans Crowd Fund is meant to empower people by using social media to connect not only a national but on a global scale. So people who want to help out trans people in need, but maybe don't know exactly how, can find people, who need pretty much immediate funds and can donate directly, and vice versa. Transgender people in need, who may not have anywhere to turn, can use social media to gather funds for themselves for whatever need they have fulfilled.